big screen. Spotlight video. There we go.
Oh, lovely.
Welcome to the cooking chat this afternoon. I hand you over to our glamorous host in the studio, Christine.
Afternoon, everyone. Now, today we're going to make a very decadent chocolate tart that is so simple you will be able to impress everyone when you either have dinner party or Christmas coming up and you need to take something with you. This will be your answer. But before I start with the basics, in this double boiler there is water. You can see the steam. And in here I have put, if you've got the recipe, you haven't got the recipe, you've got the ingredients. I have put butter, cream, dark chocolate and coffee that I have dissolved in a tablespoon of water, boiling water. Now, what I'm going to do is, let's try it. If you don't have one of these, you can do this. Do exactly the same. But I'm not sure whether this glass bowl is heat proof. So I thought I better not do it.
The other thing I've been told is you shouldn't let the water touch the bowl, should you?
Yeah. No. Especially when you're melting just chocolates.
Okay. Yeah.
This has got cream, butter, 2 blocks of chocolate. In the recipe it says 350. Well, there's 180 in each block of chocolate. So, you know, you might as well either eat it or put it in 10 grams, neither here nor there. I put it in because I don't like eating dark chocolate. I find it very dry in my mouth. So, what I'm going to do
This is obviously a Weight Watchers dessert.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. But it's something you would do for a special occasion. You know, you wouldn't make it just for sweets type thing. Now, this has to cool slightly. Can you see the shine?
Mm-hmm.
And all I've done is put it in the bain-marie that I call a double boiler, and I've just melted it all together. So I'm going to let that cool a little bit because I need to put crème fraîche through it. So I'm going to let it cool here. And in here, I have got 250 grams of biscuits of your choice. I've made this with digestives. I've made this with butternut snaps. And today, I'm going to make it with chocolate ripple biscuit, crushed. And here I have melted, again, 50 grams of butter, 50 grams of butter, is that the thing? Gosh, I have to look. 100 grams of butter and 50 grams of chocolate. And I'm going to put it in the biscuits. I'll just have to do it the other way because I need to scrape it all in.
How much chocolate was it?
50 grams.
50 grams, thank you.
50 grams. Dark chocolate. I think you can make this with milk chocolate if you really, really like milk chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's your call. Now, I'm just mixing it together, and having the chocolate in makes plain biscuits sweet. And, you know, chocolate ripple biscuits are sweet, aren't they? They're lovely. So I'm just making sure that all the butter and the chocolate go together. So it's crushed biscuits, melted chocolate and butter to start the ball rolling. And when it's all thoroughly mashed together, I suppose, mixed together. All right. Now, I am going to use this flan tin, which I think is 8 inches, which is 20 centimetres, I'd say, in the new. But I've made one ready to show you in this shape biscuit tin, flan tin. So it's entirely up to you. If you don't have that, you can use one of these. If you don't have one of these and you have a spring form pan, you can use one of those because the biscuits are just going in on the bottom. With a spoon, we're going to squash it down. And you need to make sure, as you're squashing it, that the biscuits go into the fluted part of the tin so you get that shape. And in the ideal world, you would put this in the fridge to set for a little while. Not me. So I'll swap spoons. With a teaspoon, I'm just pushing in to the little areas, to the little fluted areas, so that you can see it's only on the bottom. So going up the sides. And that just makes that when the flan comes out, it looks la-di-da. Posh.
Impressive.
Posh. Posh. Now, going back to this mixture that we've got, it's lovely. Oh, it's so glossy, look. Lovely. Now, we're going to mix crème fraiche. I don't know if a lot of you have used crème fraiche before.
No.
No, it's a cultured cream that the French just love. And it's one of those creams, if you've not used it, once you start, you'll never look back. It's a cream that will not curdle if you add it to hot dishes or use it in a stew or use it in a casserole, in sauces. It helps to thicken them. And it has a slightly acidic, soury taste, but not like sour cream, and a bit nutty. Now, this can be used for desserts or savouries. If you use it as a dessert, you need to sweeten it a little bit. You can use it in a pastry flan, you can beat it, so you can beat this, add the icing sugar to sweeten it, and, you know, top it with berries. It can be used as a dressing for salads. It's very, very versatile. Now, I'm going to put all of this, there's 200 mils here, into our mixture. And, you know, it sounds much nicer that you use crème fraiche instead of sour cream, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm folding this into this mixture, and you have to do this really, really well, because if you don't, when it's set and you cut through, you've not folded this crème fraiche well, you'll have a blob of white. Like, you know, like this type thing. It's hard to get it up. So you really have to, and cooling the chocolate mixture doesn't take long at all. But you just got to be careful. Chocolate does set very quickly. So, you know, would be easier with a mixer, but you use a spatula. I suppose you can use a spoon as well. When I went to college, we weren't allowed to use spatulas, only to clean things out. Everything was done with wooden spoons. Spatulas were never used. No, I've nearly got there. I mean, it doesn't matter if I've got white blobs, but you've got to be thorough. If you're going to have it for what do you call it, a dinner party, but for Christmas, this is delicious. And you've got to admit, it's very simple so far. There's nothing to it. Nothing. The hardest part is measuring your ingredients to get into that double boiler.
Mm-hmm.
That's not hard, is it? No. Sorry, this does take time, but it has to be done.
Mention the gluten-free option.
Not yet, Fred. So nearly there. So I expect everyone to be making one of these for Christmas. Well, you know, if you look at it this way, if you divide one of these into 10, you're only really eating 35 grams of chocolate, 25 grams of cream, and 20 mils of crème fraiche.
I wouldn't trust your calculations.
Yeah, good luck with just eating one little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It is rich. It is rich, but it's delish. Now, I think I'm nearly there. There might be a blob here or there, but it'll go. Still really, really shiny. And the chocolate I've used for this is Cadbury, because I find the higher the percentage of cocoa is in the chocolate, it becomes very, very dry in your mouth. So I have used this one, which is
Yeah,
yeah,
we got gold.
normal, dark, 45% cocoa
Yeah.
chocolate. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to pour this into the flan, hopefully. Here we go. Oh, there's a streak of white. Don't waste any.
Oh, no.
Well, you can leave it in the bowl if you want to lick it afterwards.
I was going to say, can I have the licks?
Yes.
It's Fred's job.
Yeah, Fred loves that. Oh, look, I'm covered in it. It's like, I hate watching cooking shows when they add things and they leave half of it in the bowl.
Oh, that's against our culture, Chris.
I must
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
we
it's
like to use
against
every
that.
bit.
Yeah, I like to use every bit. All right. Before I put it in the fridge, just give it a tap, because you can see air bubbles come up. Just give it a bit of a tap. Or prick them with your finger. That's it. That
It's
is all.
easy. Mm.
So, excuse me, I'm just going to wash my hands. It is really, really easy. And I shall now get one I prepared earlier. Because this needs to set.
Guess what I'm having after tea for next month?
Yeah.
I don't, excuse me, I don't think so, Fred.
You hope.
All right, now, in my fridge, I have prepared one earlier in the rectangle shape. And here it is.
Gosh,
And
it's
the
still
bottom,
shiny. Still nice and shiny, isn't it?
Mm.
now this one is totally gluten-free. If anyone or your friends are celiac or gluten intolerant, this base I have made with 100 grams of almond meal, 100 grams of hazelnut meal, and 50 grams of desiccated coconut.
50 grams.
No,
Desiccated
of coconut.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
And I've used the same chocolate and the butter that I used with a chocolate ripple, but I've made it gluten-free. You know, you've got to check your chocolate is gluten-free, of course, because not all chocolate is. And this is easy. Now we're going to decorate this. We are with cream. To think what I was going to use. If you're not, if you don't pipe, that is fine. You don't have to pipe. That's entirely up to you. You can blob cream. Everyone can blob cream, I believe. But I've got, you know, piping bags. So if you haven't got one, you can always use a plastic bag. You know, those Ziploc ones, and cut the edge off, and you can use one of those. Or you can use 2 spoons, and you can just scoop the cream. Huh? Oh, sorry. And you can just blob the cream all along the tart. Your call. But if you fancy, if I was presenting this on a table, I would be piping down the middle. If you were doing it on a plate per serve, you can cut this into triangles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? So this way. Now, it's up to you. If you can't pipe, that's fine. You don't have to. But I can. so I'm going to pie. I'm just doing a bit fancy, only because I can. You could do rosettes or blobs. See how simple that was? And
Looks nice.
Now, secondly, it's getting to Christmas. I'm fortunate enough, I've got a holly bush, variegated, but it's a holly bush. If you don't have a holly bush and you don't want to use plastic holly, which I have here too, I've collected these off the Cadbury Swiss rolls they had years ago. So little hollies, and I have little red robins in there too. I only use them for special occasions, just in case people pinch them. Now, you got camellia growing in your garden. Most people have. Okay, get your scissors. Here's your leaf. This is the camellia leaf. Now, you know a holly bush goes.
Yeah.
Get your scissors out and cut. And then do a little scoopy one in the middle. Can you see? And one to the end. And then you go from the top down. Doesn't have to be precise. It's just the fact.
Looks like holly.
Looks just like a holly leaf.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have a holly bush, you can use this. I'll do it again. You just go from where it connects to the stem, to the little stem, I suppose. You just go around again, and you just take off the serrated edge of the camellia. Just go down. Whoops.
Won't it change colour?
Nope, because you're not doing it and keeping it for a long time.
Well, I thought chameleons changed colour.
Chameleon.
Never.
That's chameleon. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
That's an animal. So hence,
Ah,
you have the look of holly.
Oh, very clever.
Lovely.
Mm.
But I don't need that because I've got,
Do you put a red dot in it or something?
well, I might. Just hold your horses, Jenna.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, just remember to wash your leaves. I have washed them. I just thought I'd better tell you that, just in case. I've got 2 holly bushes and they're both variegated, but we've not had berries on them, so that's fine. Now I've got raspberries here,
Mm.
Ah,
Oh.
and we can just plonk them. If you like.
Mm.
And if you, 2, 4, 6. So I need to have another holly leaf. I can't cope with
odd
these.
number.
Got to be uneven. Sorry. There we go. Where shall I put this one over here? I think. I'll move that one along. Over under here.
Keep it up.
Hold on a minute. Okay. Well, you can put as many of these as you want. No, I'm not going to put any more. So there you go.
Very
Oh,
nice.
lovely. Beautiful.
Lovely.
Very, very simple. So when we cut it,
Wow.
would you like to take a picture of it before it's cut?
Who? Me?
Yeah, with your phone, please.
What for?
Because
so
that's
you
easy.
can
to
send
put
it to
on.
Sarah.
Yeah, you can send it to Sarah. So I hope you're going to try this because, as you can see, it took me half an hour.
And that's with a lot of talking in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best made the night before because it sets. Now the round one, which I haven't decorated because it's not quite set, you can just, if you don't want to pipe, just blob cream in the middle and grate chocolate on the top.
Mm.
That'd be nice.
Serve it with berries, do whatever you like.
Mm.
Waiting for the photographer now. He can take a picture and then Sarah can have a proper picture.
Chris,
Yeah,
do you grease the tin at all?
no.
No. Okay.
No, because it depends. This tin is kind of treated, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't grease it. I think there's enough butter
Yeah.
in
I
the,
thought
yeah.
And you would take it out of the tin before you decorate it, yeah?
Yeah, and it's on as well. Straight out of the fridge, and you just sort of work the sides away a little bit, you know, as you do with a sharp little knife.
Yeah.
And then I get my tray, and then I just use a egg lifter type thing, you know, a long one.
Yeah.
And it'll come off quite easily. All right. Let me cut this. Don't eat the leaves. Because it would be wrong. So I think you'll get, let me have a look, 3, 4, 5. You can get 8 serves quite easily out of this.
You certainly don't need big pieces.
Huh?
You don't need big pieces.
No, it's very rich. It's entirely your call. So have these.
Oh.
You can see,
Yeah.
it's all,
Looks delicious.
it is
Yeah.
delicious, Anna. It really is delicious.
Mm.
So there you go. Any questions? Might be able to answer them, but you know. I'm not a snob when it comes to chocolate. Well, I am, I suppose, if I'm eating it. But for cooking, I don't use cooking chocolate ever.
No, I don't like cooking chocolate.
No. It's just got, it's like compound chocolate.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I was going to show you how to actually turn the leaf that I did with the camellias, to line them with, brush them with melted chocolate. But you have to use compound for that. Cooking chocolate melts. I'm sorry, eating chocolate melts. See, you could use that because a lot of people do, but I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
No, your call, entirely your call. And it's as easy as, straightforward.
Well, I'm going to have a bash of that over Christmas.
Mm.
And
Yes,
you know,
I
you don't necessarily have to use strawberries. You could use cherries. You could just have cherries along there. You could
Oh,
have
yeah, you could.
strawberries. Blueberries, I just find them just blue dots.
Jaffas.
Huh? No, you don't. Oh, you could, I suppose, put Jaffas on it and pretzels and make it into little reindeers or something. But, you know, you can play with
Oh,
it.
that was nice.
Yeah, it does look nice.
So I wish you could taste it because I've got plenty.
Yes, I would love to. Have to taste.
You can
But don't
send.
forget, this one is a gluten-free base, this one.
Okay, because that's what I would try is the gluten-free.
It's easy as just weigh them, and it's my gluten-free base because my daughter-in-law's celiac. I've so had to come up with that for her.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. That's right, because you know gluten-free biscuits are not quite the same. Although the recipe I'm putting in the Dawn for next month is a easy shortbread recipe, and I've made it gluten-free as well, and it works.
Okay.
So
Yes,
you know, handy. Yeah. Handy.
I made gluten-free shortbread biscuits last year for the choir cake stall, and that was very successful.
Yeah, because a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Yes, amazing how many people are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that, but you know, it's something they have to live with. So for some people, it's not a choice, is it? They do it or not.
I'm just going to stop the recording there because
Yeah.
we've finished with the thing. We can carry on talking by all means.